In a magical world beautiful, Coco lives with her mother selling fabrics. But her dream is to be a witch and spread the joy. That is the magic. But something terrible happens in her life and now she has to act. If you got curious, stay with me until the end and let's go to the video. Athletes are athletes when being born? Singers and astronauts too? Of course not. And what about the witches? Coco goes to a lake clean dirty clothes, what prevents the little Bambi from drinking the water. But soon she finishes and goes away and the lake is magical so it self-purifies. The magic in this universe is in every corner, a miracle convenient and indispensable. But Coco does not know how it works. Only witches know of its process and can use magic. Common humans only receive through a blessing. And people like Coco cannot be witches, but she dreams with this every day and even plays with her sheets being flying carpets. Then a winged carriage arrives at her door. Coco goes to her mother and finds a witch who is a client. The clients are the passengers of the winged carriage that are looking for fabrics, and the witch that wants a fabric color of smoke. Coco works taking the measurements, so she goes help the witch client, and the girl is good in the service, has hands stable and precise. I never would be able to do this type of manual work. The witch gets surprised with the concentration and precision of the cuts and finishes and says that this indeed is magic. But Coco does not agree. Magic is sacred and beautiful, much better than anything. The witch asks the why of this fascination for magic. Coco tells that when was smaller, her mother took her to a fair in the castle and there had a masked witch. By chance, she was following a different butterfly and found the witch. He offered to sell an illustrated book of magic. Coco did not know what was magic, so the witch showed it to her and the girl got enchanted. Then Coco bought an illustrated book of magic and got a wand as gift. After this, she told to her mother that wanted to become a witch, but she said that it is impossible for common people. It is necessary to possess magical powers since it was born to use magic. With the time passing, this turned nothing more than a distant dream for Coco. The witch wants to know more about this book and the witch, but then happens a big noise, and it is the carriage that broke in the part of the back because of some troublesome children. The witch offers help and goes fix with magic. His name is Kifri, and he will use the workshop of the fabric shop. He asked Coco that watch so that nobody spied his work. After some little things, some kids trying to spy, and Coco going in the flow, she finally sees the magic being made. Kifri draws symbols on the giant wheel, and with this the magic is made, so that Coco deduces that her wand of child is not a real wand, must be a pen. The problem was solved, and the witch Kifri also went away. Coco's mother is happy that her daughter did not ask to go with the witch to learn magic, because without her she would not know what to do. After all, Coco's father got sick and died some time ago. At night, at the time of sleep, Coco takes her wand pen, opens the illustrated book of magic and starts to draw the symbols there present. She draws a lot of symbols until that in one of them manages to do magic. Coco gets super happy and jumps to every corner. After in the forest, Kifri is thinking in what Coco said about the book. Something him leaves worried, and then he remembers of something concerning. Coco even makes fire magic and begins to understand the drawings. So to improve, puts a paper over the book to copy the drawing. She finishes the drawing, but Kifri grabs her from behind and leaves the house flying. The magic that Coco drew begins to transform the house into crystal, and Coco's mother is caught and is petrified. This is forbidden magic, evil magic. Coco wants to save her mother, but cannot get close. Coco asks forgiveness for this, but Kifri does not blame her. She did not know of anything. For this, the witches hide their art. A special ink, predetermined glyphs. With this in hands, any person can use magic. This is the greatest secret of the witches. Kifri at first has to erase her memory, but Coco wants to save her mother. She remembers of how the book was and can go after a new one. Kifri remembers that if erased, the memory of the girl will not have clues to reach the responsible ones that sold the book to a child. Fortunately, Coco remembers of the book and knows in which page the glyph of the forbidden magic was. Kifri says that with this, they can save Coco's mother. The protagonist begs to not erase her memory. She will do anything and wants to save her mother. Kifri says that now she will have to become a guardian of the secret. From now on, Coco will be a witch. Coco and Kifri are in a winged carriage and are arriving at his atelier. That will be Coco's school. Kifri says that planted seeds of sentinel thorns that will grow fast and act as a barrier around the house and Coco's mother. Thus, nobody will be affected by the forbidden magic. Coco cries with longing of her mother and does not have much what to do at the moment. Kifri consoles her and takes her inside. Kifri asks for her to dry the tears and then gives a look in the house and gives to her a water ball. Coco does not know how to use. Then appears another girl and says that is not difficult to use. Her name is Tesha and seems to be very gentle and attentive. Another appears also and says that can ignore if Tesha talked too much, and her name is Richie. The two are apprentices of Professor Kifri. She asks if Coco also is a student of Kifri, but she says that not and used magic for the first time yesterday. Tesha and Richie know who she is. The rumors are that an uninstructed used forbidden magic and did not have the memories erased, besides having been accepted as apprentice. Kifri appears and says that when the girls finish their morning tasks, they can study in their rooms. He gives the uniform to Coco to use and will explain this world. In the past, the magic was common through all corners of the world, combining specific forms of ink, but for being very common, many wars happened. Various heinous magic arose. Few sensible witches did not want more conflicts, then gathered themselves and erased the magic from the memory of the people, teaching it only to apprentices capable of guarding this secret. Since then, the witches made the people believe that magic is a power of few, because if the truth spreads, the world can come to be a land without law again. The forbidden magics are magics created in the era of the wars. Coco asks to teach all this to her because cannot do anything now. Kifri then takes her to a place on the lower floor and says that exist various forbidden magics, and any magic cast over the human body, in any circumstance, is forbidden magic. To transform or alter the age, teleportation without use of door or vehicles, manipulate thoughts or emotions, hurt people or cure them. Only one magic is exception of being forbidden, which is the magic that erases memories. Most of the magics are used in objects, like carriages or lamps. Kifri shows a magical window that teleports you to various corners. He uses it to show a lake where there is a building very far. The tower of books that preserves the knowledge. All the books of magic are duplicated there in the moment in which they are written. Coco wants to go there fast to find the illustrated book, but it will not be easy with a lot of sea monster in the water. The 4 librarians that protect the place apply tests to approve the worthy of entering in the tower, and Coco will need to prove herself to reach her objective. Kifri shows that there are many gentle magics to make the people happy, and would like that Coco learn them. Coco will share the room with Agate, and after Kifri asks for her to rest, that he will do other things. Kifri calls to someone and thanks for having allowed that Coco became his apprentice. Coco meets a roommate that arrives flying and lands. She has kind of few ideas and knows that Coco is the uninstructed. She says that because of Coco, her mother will never return to normal. Coco is determined to become a witch, but Agate shows that it will not be easy and only speaking will not result in nothing. Only after passing in the test is that they will recognize her as a witch. The dinner starts and only Agate does not eat with the people. But from the rest, all receive Coco with open arms. Besides Great Witch, Kifri is a master cook. On the next day, Coco begins her studies and learns that glyphs consist of 3 elements. The sigil that can be of fire, water, wind, or light. The type of magic is defined. The key symbols determine the format of the magic, size, and direction of it. And the circle that closes everything makes the manifestation of the magic. Coco will try to make a glyph, and Kifri encourages her a lot. She makes one, but gets ashamed to show something ugly. Kifri does not care because knows that this is the beginning and shows that if the circle is open, there is no way to form the magic. After, Kifri will leave for about 3 days to go to the Great Witch Auditorium. So Coco will learn with Agate and the other girls. Agate says that the real test will only begin for Coco. What beautiful anime, my good. Coco and Kifri are already incredible characters for me and for you. If you like this nice vibe of magic, leave a like and share with a friend. Activate the bell and see the description for more recaps. Hype the video there on the cell phone, and thanks for the support of always, and bye.